This is DNA, and y'all checking out my show Top 5. You got a top 5? I got a top 5. But let's see whose top 5 is better. Good night. Good night.
Brr, it's cold food with the Archie Carter. A wrestling match, a return, a battle, something that you were looking forward to because you knew it was going to be hot. And when you got it, well, it wasn't. That's cold food, and I'm here to talk about it. It's cold food with the Archie Carter. Hey, waiter, this cold.
King HP, and here we're gonna look at wrestlers that couldn't get the job done. We're gonna look at it. Why didn't they win? What happened? And because it's near fall, we're gonna see if we can get them some gold. Remember, the referee's decision is final.
It's the Attitude Era podcast, and we're back. We got the Archie Carter, you know what I'm saying? We got Gamage. I'm King HP, and you see what the Archie Carter was holding up. We got something we got to talk about. Is that autographed?
Look, I wasn't always a Cody, you know what I'm saying? But this ain't about my fandom. This is about what happened at Fanatics Fest, and we got somebody that was there. Our man Gamage. You know, he's the boots on the ground. If it's something happening, he's in the building. And you know, Fanatics Fest just happened. Anybody who's anybody in the wrestling world, sports world, entertainment world was there, from Jalen Brunson to Jay-Z to Cody Rhodes. And Cody caused a little stir, but he also caused another stir. And HP's the mid-card title belt man. Gamage is the super fan. So I'm gonna let them have this. I'm just here to enjoy the conversation.
So yeah, Gamage. We talking about Cody Rhodes. Can I pop the picture, Gamage?
Hey, go right ahead, man.
You was out here taking pictures with fans, as the way I see it. You know, it's WWE undisputed champion, but this fan, you know, Cody Rhodes. You know, let's just be honest and clear. There's something he's holding. Is that the Winged Eagle belt?
That is the Winged Eagle belt, man.
So fans, and obviously you see I'm going a little crazy. Fans have been asking for this belt because Cody did go on record to say before he finished his story, he would love to bring that back. Now that's that. Did you whose belt is that? I got to come on. You gotta spill the tea.
So first and foremost, that is my belt that I got custom made. So that was an image of a belt that the guy who made it for me, I know his handle is official JB Toys. He actually makes a lot of belts for indie companies. I know for House of Glory, he did make their belt for the heavyweight belt for them.
Okay.
So I think at the time when he promoted it, I was one of the first people to purchase that belt.
Let me throw that on the screen and let me see. Oh
yeah.
That's the 88 to 97, 98 belt, not 87 to 99, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
That's got Cody's joint on it.
That's fire.
Oh.
So what did Cody did he react when he saw that belt?
He loved the belt. Now the thing is, Cody has another version of that belt. So the maker, he had given it to Cody before. Cody even mentioned in the story, this was like sometime last year, after, I don't know if it was right before Mania 39 or after Mania 39, but he gifted him that belt, and he's like, he has it somewhere in his office or in his house. It's there. So
hey, Cody Rhodes, can you please go in your attic, dust everything off,
It's a different maker or the same maker?
Same maker. Now, this is the photo where he gave to Cody a year ago. So that one he's holding, that's actually his.
Okay.
And in the picture, he's holding yours.
Yeah.
Which is the same belt from the same. That's fire.
Yeah.
Dog.
That's fire. Did you see any other winged belts there or just yours?
Like with mine, no. I was the only one there. Even in Fanatics, like I got stopped a lot of times because they loved how that belt design looked. They loved it.
I gotta throw that back on the thing.
That's fire.
Screen. Hey man, listen, I ain't gonna hold you. If this Friday night Cody Rhodes walked out with that belt, I'm on the train, bro. For 4 weeks,
Let's hide this.
Because I think sometimes they say titles make the man or belts don't make the man makes the belt. But come on, just how many times have you met Cody?
This would be the 4th time I met him. This is the 4th time.
That's crazy. Didn't Cody switch the Intercontinental belt a few years ago when he won the Intercontinental belt? He brought the white strap back, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah. So Cody, he brings the wing. Fan. He brings. It's 2 belts people love in wrestling: the big gold and the wing.
That's a fact. That's a big fact.
And if we see a wing American Nightmare, that I mean, hey, that'd be crazy. But so he has one. There is one made. We got to see it with the WWE. I don't know the process and procedure, but
that's a gorgeous belt, man.
Yeah. And I got him to, and he even signed it too.
It says at the top, it says American Nightmare, where the WWE logo would normally be. And then under it says, do the work.
American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, and at the bottom it says what you just said there. Yeah. That is a beautiful belt.
Bro, you have a 1 of 1.
Yeah, so like with me and the creator, like we was talking about it, because every time I try to meet Cody, I let him know, because I'll be trying to bring the belt out so that he can promote it himself too. When I told him I signed it, even he was like, yo, you might be a 1 of 1. Even the one I own for myself.
That ain't no mic, bro. That's not a mic. That is a 1 of 1. For one, it's a Cody Rhodes signature. And 2, it's the winged white strap heavyweight title.
God, dog, bro.
But you know how WWE is? They got to approve a lot of things with new customs and designs. So they probably.
I think with Cody, he might have a little leeway, because we've seen it in the past. We've seen, of course, the spinner belt, which HP hates. We've seen the Brahma Bull belt. We've seen Austin's belt. Hell, we even seen Daniel Bryan with a plant-based vegan belt.
Yeah, I hated that belt, but for his character, I liked it. If that makes sense.
He made it work.
He did make it work. I ain't gonna lie to you. So this photo right here, this was Cody's.
Yes.
Okay. But the one that
he's holding, the picture is Gamage's.
This is yours.
From the same maker, though. So it's the same belt.
Basically, yeah. Same maker.
Same maker, same. It's just this one has a signature on it, and it's in Gamage's trophy case. It's in the Attitude Era Hall of Fame. That's definitely an Attitude Era Podcast Hall of Fame right there.
Facts. That thing is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because titles, bro. We talking titles. Speaking of titles, if you are subscribed to our YouTube membership and Patreon, DNA's first show, Top 5, features D'Lo Brown, and they go through top 5 European champions. And D'Lo Brown actually pulls out the green strap European title on that episode when they talk about it. I say that to say this: Taz's FTW title, it meant something. Hell, the $1 million man title. The million that title, it was simple, just dollar signs, but we knew what it was. So titles are part of wrestlers' legacies, and if Cody, like I said, he brought back the white strap Intercontinental title. If he brings this one back, I got to give him props.
Yes. No Cody slander for like 4 weeks, bro. Minimum.
And if it's already made, that just means, hey, WWE. And I could see Cody wanting a custom title.
Yeah,
he's the guy that ended the. I almost said the streak, but the guy that
maybe that's why they hadn't switched the plates on the Bloodlines tag titles yet, because they're working on Cody's. I don't know.
They're working on Cody's. That would be fire. I would be more than happy to keep that. and accept it. But geez,
bro, even if they don't, just the conversation, the fact that Gamaj, at part of Astro Era podcast, I mean, just Gamaj himself has that, bro. That's a one of one. No doubt in my mind that that's something special. And yeah, but that's fire.
Yeah.
I gotta
Cody
give
would literally
props
have
to the maker. Gotta give props to Cody. Yeah, bravo, man. That's crazy.
and I ain't gonna lie, it's so gorgeous, bro. And I love
HP
seeing
can't stop looking at the title. What's up
No,
with you?
man, I see that because there's been a lot of bad titles, like the bronze. First of all, you know, just in natural lore, right? In natural lore, we say win the gold, whether it's tag team, intercontinental, whatever, right? So remember the tag titles that were bronze? Like, who told you that would be a good idea?
The big coin looking thing on it.
Yeah, like we've gone through some bad. Like, stop it.
AEW just revealed a new title, and
Yeah.
Jack Perry just destroyed the title and built his own. So titles and championships and cups and medals, all of it matters. But like I said, it's certain ones you think about. The big gold, the 10 pounds of gold, the winged, bro, that's classic. Maybe that's why they won't touch it, but I hope they do, because it's definitely I'm not gonna say an improvement or upgrade, but it's just as fire as the original.
Yeah, and I think that oh my god, man. I
mean, for what we got right now, it's something creatively, something very different that stands out.
I'm not gonna hold you. I didn't like any of the big when WWE started putting the big W in the middle of the titles. It took away from the gold. Like when you say title, you think gold, like gold, and I hated that they put the big black. I guess it's onyx or something with the diamonds around it. Then they made a blue one and a red one, and there's a black one.
That was bad, bro.
It's been some bad titles, but off the top of y'all heads, what's like some of y'all favorite titles?
Off the top of my mind right now, damn it, the Big Eagle belt, the Attitude Era Scratch WF logo belt. That's probably my personal favorite one because I was more connected with that belt than any other one. I have to say the Big Gold belt, that's mandatory for me.
Yeah, I know it's kind of a random, you gotta think question, but I always thought the hardcore title was kind of cool because it was all destroyed. Like it just looked bad, and it was supposed to. It was the hardcore title.
So
what I really think is, I think the women's title needs maybe an upgrade, but I'm glad they don't have that goddamn butterfly on the title no more.
Divas belt.
That was one of the worst.
I didn't like that belt.
Aesthetically, that didn't say champion. It didn't say women's athlete. It didn't even say diva. It said butterfly because that's what it was. That was terrible.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm right with you. It's funny because in my near fall episode, we talk about that hardcore belt for a specific reason having to do with the very first episode of Near Fall, which is Mr. Perfect. And I'll leave it there. But I'm with you, Archie. That women's belt might have been the worst. I forgot about it. But that Divas belt, butterfly, it was silver. It was like silver with pink. It wasn't even.
It was bad.
Yeah.
I liked when Warrior used to alternate the straps with his
colors. Yeah.
My favorite belt is probably the Carolina blue. It's like a Carolina blue or like a it's some form of powder blue the Ultimate Warrior used.
Warrior, that was interesting.
And that because I like the winged belt is my favorite, but that version because he would have it in white, he had it in that blue, like he would change
the purple, the yellow, orange,
purple, all the neon colors.
Yeah, Ultimate Warrior did some great things with that belt creatively. I actually really like the new tag team titles that the Bloodline has. It's very reminiscent of the old school tag team.
The one on SmackDown, right?
Yeah.
I like that's the retro one. That's why I like it.
Mm-hmm. And it's just I feel like WWE, they don't have to completely just bring the old one back for titles, but I think all the old titles look better. And you look at other sports, they're not always changing their title looks.
It's because simplicity sometimes works best. Now we want everything to pop and shine and sizzle and catch your eye, but nothing is going to ever catch your eye more than just big gold.
You know,
even when Hogan spray painted NWO on that title, it still looked cool.
It did.
Facts. It did. And then you had the red spray paint. They had black spray paint. Like, I can't argue with you on that one. But I will say this: the World Heavyweight Championship is an iteration. It's like a variant of the big gold belt. If you
even
notice,
the way people carry titles is cool because Hogan would come out, he would play the guitar. Austin kind of just dragged that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
They used to give Bret Hart stuff about it because Bret Hart, like, when you think about it, not too many champions are wearing their title.
They don't, around the waist coming out like that. It's either over the shoulder or it's just hanging. Are they carrying it? It's.
And the thing about Cody is a throwback to NWA days, old WCW,
old school.
When he carries that belt, he holds it in his hand. Matter of fact, I mean, let me not put that one up. That one's grainy. But there you go. He constantly holds his belt like that. Yeah. And that's something you can find Harley Race doing. That's something that you can find Ric Flair doing.
Because he's showing it off. I'm the champ. This is what makes me the champ. Like, Roman doesn't even hold his title. Like, Roman would, you know what I'm saying? So it's
he really does it.
He does it. I ain't never put 2 and 2 together, bro.
I used to love how Tommaso Ciampa walked out the NXT belt. He would hold it, he would hug it, like, and he called it Goldie. He gave it a nickname, like, this is Goldie. He kept it. He would squeeze it like that. All that pays a part to it, like, you know. But some people don't wear the title. They just mishandle it. It's just, you know, it's cool when people wear the belt because that's all you want to do as a kid was wear the belt and do the, you know, Aaron Rodgers, you know, pose. So, but yeah, man, that the title, it means something. It's ultimately a part of your legacy. So,
I almost want to go get some. My internet acting funny now, but I wanted to go get some pictures of some champions holding belts real quick. But at the same time, I think who you said Hulk Hogan playing it like the guitar, which is funny. Is there anybody else that pops out? Like, I don't want to say top anything because we have a show for that, but I do want to say who are some guys that just, as far as the way they held the belt, literally physically held the belt, that kind of stick out to you. Like they did something different. Like you said, Roman Reigns doesn't even hold his belt typically. It's held for him. And he's, you know, and I didn't even.
Look, Austin used to damn near drag it.
I was gonna say, I feel like he was one of the first people to do it that way.
I definitely think so. I'm willing to bet money he's the guy that just dragged, like nobody was doing that before.
Because you gotta think, you mentioned the flares, and you know that old class, it's around my waist, and I'm gonna present it to you in the ring, you know. But
so I'm not gonna say by entrance, but I'll say the way The Rock would pose with it, because you see how he would like fling it back, so where you will see the, you know, like behind his arm, he's showing off the belt.
Yes.
I haven't seen the little flick of the wrist.
Yeah. I ain't seen nobody else really do that until he did it. And even when he used to hold the belt like on his shoulder and you see it hanging in the back when he was walking.
That's another Roman Reigns pose. Roman Reigns is a pretty famous one where his back is turned, he's looking backward, and you see the majority.
You know, he looked up to his cousin though. That's why he did that.
I don't want to shit on nobody, bro. But there's a pretty famous thing going around right now where they talking about Mr. Botches himself holding up the tag team title.
I know where this is going. I know where this is going.
You know what I'm saying? It's, you know what I'm saying? Tamatanga, man. And he's got, I don't even want to go.
Lower.
Tom. Yeah,
you're right. You done botched the botch man name. It's terrible.
Yeah, I definitely did. But it's just funny. Like his was off to the side. He was holding like, but I do think that for me, a custom guy to hold that belt, one is always going to be this man right here, who, if you haven't seen, he's got an interview. He's wearing it around his waist. He made a promo one time about wearing the title around his waist. And if you haven't seen that interview,
Ramon, gold around my neck, gold around my fingers, gold around my waist. And some people just look good. Like Razor looked good wearing a title. Rick Rude looked good, you know, when he had that slim frame, he was jacked and but then you have like a Dolph Ziggler who like tucked it in his pants and shook his ass on it. I don't know what Dolph Ziggler was doing.
For all you Carolina sweat hogs, look.
Yeah. Then you had like the big men who couldn't wear the titles. Think about the Mark Henrys, the Big Shows, Vader, the big man who couldn't. We don't got the extension for this belt. So they used to carry it around here, on the shoulder.
Yeah,
the shoulder carry.
Big boy heavyweights, absolutely. Again, I'm gonna show my man's because we got that interview up right now, and he definitely brought a lot of prestige to that, to every title he touched. First of all, not just that, the IC title, tag titles, but I do think, what about like with some of these belt holders where they do things where they alternate the champions. You see, this is the tag team titles, right? Where there's multiple members. They call it the Freebird rule. Are we okay with this? Like, do we like this? Do we like, because that gives you a new chance to see different. Last I can remember off the top of my head, Owen, Bulldog, Yokozuna, and they challenged Shawn and Diesel for their singles belts in one match, and the tag titles were on the line. But then Owen didn't show up, so British Bulldog was allowed to represent Chaos.
I think it's fine if it's known within the faction, because in WWE they call it the Freebird rule, but in AEW and other places they call it trios. So, and I mean the trios is actually 3 belts, which is the difference. So, but yeah, I mean the Freebird rule is cool only because of the Freebirds and what they were and how they did it. And then the new Freebird, I don't call them new Freebirds, but the latest team to really activate and move on the Freebird rule in recent times has been the New Day.
The New Day, you're right.
Yeah.
Facts. So I have a question because you did bring up AEW. Would you be cool if WWE went away? Because you're seeing a lot of factions all of a sudden popping out the blue in WWE, and would we be cool with seeing team belts? This, don't even call it tag team, but the team titles are on the line, and it could be 3 titles, it could be 4 people. Like, it could be, if your team has belts and you want to put them on the line in a 4v4 match, you could lose those titles. Would that be cool or no?
So kind of like a faction belt kind of thing.
Almost just drop tag and put teams so you can cycle them however you want. If a 3-team group challenges, you know what I'm saying?
And you talking about get rid of tag team titles altogether, or just add another title?
Add another title based on however many members are in a group. Because you're right, like, why even do a Freebird rule? In other companies, they make trios, but look, when you look at WWE, you got constant.
I think that won't work because you can't get away from, because some teams are only tag teams, so they need that. But then if you're having trios, you have to build a 3-man team, so you have to have a lot of people on your roster.
Yeah, unless your manager is also a wrestler as well. That's probably the only way too.
Okay. I just throwing that out there because when you brought up the trios, I'm like, and I love those.
I do think if a faction, like if they do the Freebird rule, then a faction could have their own themed belt while they're champions, because that also represents the faction also.
Well, please start with the Bloodline because they own SmackDown. I mean, Nia Jackson's over there, and if they want to bring a female, because all the other factions have one female, she's the perfect one to bring.
They might own SmackDown, but you know what they don't own? The white strap wing. You saw it. They don't own that. Only 2 people in the world got that. One of them's on this show, and the other one's name is Cody Rhodes.
I swear to you by all grace in heavens above, bro.
Gamash, keep that title away from HP, because you might not get it back, and if you do, you might not want it back.
Facts.
Don't pull a page on us.
No.
Don't put. Yeah, facts.
Now this is like a little.
I'm going too far.
This is like a theory. This is a theory I'm having. If they miraculously bring this belt out or a similar look to it, what if they're waiting to give Cody a custom belt for if he turns heel doing a Homelander gimmick?
They gotta reveal it though. It can't be him just. I need a big reveal, like throw the old belt away, burn it, spray paint it, and he just a big reveal. So
that's how we did it with the IC belt. I think he actually tossed it away, then unveiled the white strap IC belt.
You know what? It's funny. You could do that again because Cody, they give him crap. The AJ Styles angle was like the Mark Henry angle. We've seen these. If you do something like that, where someone steals that belt and he's like, you know what? Keep it. I beat you. You still want to walk around with it? And he brings out his new title.
now
That
he
works.
needs to be like, yo, F it. We on Netflix, F it.
Yeah.
And throw the other title and just, it's it. Like,
crowd will go crazy.
They'll go crazy.
Sure.
They'll lose their mind.
Thinking about it.
Especially if the title looks, if it looks good, like what we see,
Look at that. It pops.
I've always been a fan of the white strap, but I've never seen it on the major title. So that'll be definitely the Cody Rhodes touch to it.
That thing is gorgeous.
Yeah. If they tweak it, they're gonna clearly tweak out the American Nightmare on the top of it. It'll be a WWE logo.
It'll be a WWE logo, yeah.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know, you can see it at the top above the American Nightmare actual physical logo. Or the
it's actually already just made for that. Just swap that out, or put the WWE, swap it with the American Nightmare logo. Was WWE in the center, American Nightmare at the top. Either way, it's made.
Either way, it's made. Either way.
Ooh. Look like money, man. It look like you won the title, man. What you doing, man?
and again, it's not that far off because when you look at like the old WWE title, it was a globe. It was a picture of the planet. But look
at that. Even that black strap is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
That black is hard.
Please do it because that closer up to it. Comparison, even the side plates, and then you can see a little bit of the side plate here. It is a thing of beauty, man. I swear that winged eagle belt or the big eagle belt, either or.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't want to take too much of your time, but I felt like that we had to talk. I remember people were talking about the winged eagle belt with Cody, but I never saw a picture of it until our guy.
You know what? That means he's had this title the whole time we've known him, and not one said nothing about it.
Bro, he had that belt when he was teased.
You ain't talking about Cody Rhodes. I'm talking about Gamage.
Oh yeah, I had that. When did I think I got that last summer around this time. So you know what? Actually, wow, I can't even make this up. This might be around the anniversary of when I got that belt.
Hey, that's a hell of an anniversary way to celebrate with the man who may possibly be making it a thing. And you can say you were the first I would say first in the world. And like I said, only 2 exist. But you damn near got a Dragon Ball.
I would say that I've seen in like social media stories a few other people with that belt, but they don't put Cody's name on it. It's like their own personal name.
I've not seen that at all, bro.
I haven't seen it at all. And I
thought it was Cody's belt. When I saw the picture in the group chat, I thought that was Cody's belt. I didn't know it was yours. And he signed it, and he has the only other. And I'm saying the only other in the world. I'm putting respect on your name and your title.
I mean, it is right now. It is the only one that's signed, though. Nobody else got it signed.
He didn't just sign; he held it by his waist. He took care of that title. You know what I'm saying,
bruh? You fucking brains.
He's got his DNA on it. We can clone him.
Yeah, that's super fire, bro. Like.
Yeah, but I tell y'all, man, Gamage he's one of the most interesting people in this podcast. Him and HP got to be 1 and 2. And that's saying a lot considering DNA is one of the best in the world at what he does. These 2 dudes, if you ever get a chance, check out Gamage's social media. He's interviewed the top of the top. He's taking pictures with us. He's everywhere. If it's somewhere to be, he's there. If you name a person currently wrestling, Gamage has either met him, crossed paths with him, took a picture with him, interviewed him. That's our man on the ground. So a lot of times we don't see him on the show because he handling Attitude Era podcast business in person. So that's that. So we had to pull him aside for this. So we ain't gonna hold him too long, but we definitely had to bring it up because Cody mentioned the title. I thought it was Cody's title. All the time it's Gamage all along, man. Just how we thought Jack Tunney was the president and it wasn't, was really Vince. That's Gamage. That's Gamage. So anything else, fellas, before we get up out of here?
No, man. Other thing I'm definitely plug is that Bret Hart interview. Please go see with the man himself. He got the win. He goes, so we'll throw him back up there. But that interview, fire, is getting to a lot of outlets. And again, uncut, uncensored, unfiltered.
And speaking of titles, again, DNA's exclusive content to members through Patreon or YouTube membership is talking about top 5 European champions with D'Lo Brown himself. And again, D'Lo Brown, green strap European title, which I forgot about, which I haven't seen in 20 years, makes an appearance live on the show. And I can't tell you what else makes appearance live on the show. But yeah, we just want to tap in and talk titles, a little title talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Where do you keep the title, Gamage? You got a case for it? Jake the Snake bag? Where is it?
That title is cased and locked up. That's
yeah, especially with the signature on it. It's 2 things you got to protect that from: people who want to buy it and King HP. Look at him. He got that look in his eye.
Hey, you see how close I was to the screen? I got beyond 2020, but I was up close.
He got that look in his eyes. But that's it, man. Add to Era Podcast. That is Gamage. That is King HP. I am the Archie Carter. Little title talk. And we'll see y'all when we see y'all. Peace. New and live content 7 days a week only on Attitude Era Podcast. Sunday, new exclusive interviews and hot tags with people like Bret Hart, Booker T, Kurt Angle, to name a few. Monday, it's the live Monday Night Raw recap. Tuesday, it's the live NXT recap. We go live during the main event, then we talk about the whole show. Wednesdays, we double up. Double Up is a series where we take one wrestler, compare their works, and decide which character was best. First episode was Razor Ramon versus Scott Hall. Thursday is Gaming with the Game. WWE 2K24 all day. Tap in and tap out. Come game with the game. Friday, SmackDown recap. Saturdays, if it's a PLE, well, we got predictions and recap after. And if something breaks in the wrestling world during the week, we do that too. So make sure you subscribe to YouTube and have the notification button hit because we can go live at any time.